Hear me out, hear me out. Let me just get this off my chest. Welcome to Her Diary Out Loud with Danny Royal, where my journey does not define me, but it defies the barriers of caring about what other people think. One real life experience at a time, my story, my way. I mean, it's better out than in, right? I have been working on some things. As you know, TikTok has been doing what it's doing. I have been editing my videos on CapCut, and unfortunately, CapCut is no longer up. So it's like been a cluster of things taking place, and I'm trying to just kind of like, just go with the flow, be patient with myself, learn new things. For those who were following me on TikTok, I am not on TikTok any longer. I heard that they said that you can still see our pages and some people can access our pages, but I'm good on that. I don't trust it. I don't trust it because I just don't trust the media. I just don't trust them. I'm just saying. So in light of that, I'm still here on YouTube. I'm still here on where else was I at? YouTube. Of course, you can follow me on Podbean under Her Diary Out Loud and follow the podcast. This is the recap. So our recaps will be here on YouTube, but also follow me on Fanbase under Her Diary Out Loud. Also follow me if you're on Red Note under Her Diary Out Loud. So I'm over here making moves, and so I'm genuinely learning a new language, y'all. I'm rich people stuff. I'm rich people. Clock it. I'm rich people stuff, and so are you. So I'm sorry for the delays. I know that it's been kind of like a pause, and then I did a dumb thing, you guys. I also did a thing where I was recording and uploading a video. Well, I had recorded and uploaded a video to YouTube, and then I deleted the video before it was, and that's the video that should be before this video, but it's gonna come after this video because I'm gonna redo it, or maybe not. It depends on how I feel. If not, that I'm going to do one more video of this I'm Rich People Stuff series, and that's coming soon, and I'm so excited about it, you guys. I just love being able to connect with you guys, being able to tell my story, because it's just been a lot going on. I mean, the election just has taken place. There's several different things that have taken place, and I'm so glad to still be able to connect with you all thus far. So get into it. Let's get into it. This series has been really, really good. This podcast topic to the one that I'm touching on right now is super awesome because you must have boundaries, okay? Having boundaries will literally reduce stress. I don't know about you, but I know sometimes we get into our minds and we get into our hearts that we want to, just please others. Like, I feel like if you're genuinely a person who loves on people or loves your family or loves what you do, sometimes we have a tendency to say yes or maybe bend a little bit, but sometimes there needs to be a healthy line drawn in the sand. There needs to be healthy boundaries. And how are healthy boundaries established? They're established by setting the tone ahead of time, okay? So I can recall me not setting the tone ahead of time a lot of the time. And I put myself in places that I did not have to be in, that I did not want to be in, and that I didn't need to be in, okay? And it took a level of maturity for me to do that. And it takes boldness, and it takes courage, and it takes wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of self, even, or of the world at large to establish your boundaries. Because it's like, if I don't establish boundaries, then I got anything going over here, anything going over there, and it's like, okay, what the heck? I don't mean you no harm. I don't want to. I really just want to live a life that's peaceful. I want to be able to pour into people. I want people to be able to pour into me. I want to have a good time. I want people to have a good time with me, and not a good time with me. Y'all know what I mean. Okay. I've had my share of that. Okay. And in light of having my share of that, it was because I was having my fun, but then on the flip side of that, I didn't have healthy boundaries, because when I said no, that should have been what it was. When I said no, I'm not in the mood, that should have been what it was. When I just said that's not what I'm willing to do, because maybe that's not what I believe, or maybe that's not the season that I'm in right now, or whatever the case might be, I believe that people who don't respect your boundaries are not the ones for you. They're not for you. Like, you can tell me all day. People who don't respect your boundaries are typically manipulative. They prey on people. They prey on others in other situations, and they know how to, and they know when to. And when you're not aware of self and you're not mindful, you tend to fall right into the trap of a narcissist. I didn't know what that was first. Not at first. But now I know. I didn't know that, having healthy boundaries, relieved me so much stress until after. I didn't know that having healthy boundaries is set the tone of my life. I'm a mom. The other one was on the other side. And so, like, there was one talking to me, and they were asking, like, hey, what kind of bag is that? I'm like, oh, it's a diaper bag. I'm like, oh, you can get online. But I'm not thinking anything of it. Like, I'm not thinking that this is about to be a situation. My window is typically not even that low. Like, even when I was talking to him, I didn't think that my window was down as low as it was, but it clearly was low enough for him to reach his arm down in there, and I should have rolled that thing up. But the Lord is kind. Amen. And he reached down in my pocket and he took my rent money, and along with the money, for my car payment. And I was just like, bro, if I say that I don't have money to give, and if you squeegee my window, that's because you want to, because I don't have it to give. It's accounted for. I'm sorry. Wow. It's accounted for. So that means you don't have a right to put your hand in anywhere, taking anything that doesn't belong to you. And in that moment, he crossed the line. He didn't establish healthy boundaries, and not having healthy boundaries can cause you trauma, and can cause you trauma and the other person. I was so devastated. My heart was hurting, let me tell you. And I was just like, man, that person did not exercise healthy boundaries because he didn't care about anybody else's boundaries. And you do have people out there who don't care about your boundaries. But don't let that be you. Let's be mindful. Let's be conscious of who's around us, conscious of what we're doing, conscious of what we're putting out in the air, because rest assured, it took a little while for me to get over that squeegee boy doing what he did, because I wanted to go back around and I wanted to hit him with my car. But I was like, that's not the godly thing to do. But I did, though, want to do it. I got a police report. I don't know what he needed that money for. I had to really take it all in, and I prayed, and I said, man, this is how I was able to let go. I said, Lord, I forgive that person. Who? I said, I forgive it. Somebody needs to do this. I said, I forgive that person. And I said, Lord, whatever he might have needed that for, I pray that he was able to use it for that. And if by chance he didn't, God bless. And not only that, I asked God, I said, Lord, bless him according to how he blesses others. And may this be the last time he steals from anybody else again. I was hurting. I was out of money in a moment. I didn't miss a beat by the grace of God. But that thing was tough because it was traumatizing, because he came into my personal space. I was caught off guard. Let's not be caught off guard this year. Let's be extra vigilant and all alert, and also make sure that we are establishing healthy boundaries. We're going to need it for our businesses. We're going to need it for our families. We're going to need it for our significant others. These people that are coming into our lives, and even for ourselves. We ask God for so many things, and we want this, and we want that, and we want this, and we want that. Whether you believe what I believe or not. If you're not establishing healthy boundaries, like spending habits, like, no, I'm not going to spend this, I'm going to spend this. This is where I draw the line. No, I'm going to give my children this and I'm not going to give them this. This is where I draw the line. No, I'm going to do this for this person, but I'm not going to do this. This is where I draw the line. Guess what? You're never going to have. You can't steward well without healthy boundaries. That'll preach. So if you have not yet, I want you to go on over to Podbean. I want you to check out our podcast, our latest podcast episode. To be rich people stuff is to have healthy boundaries. It's to have boundaries. One of the two. I can't remember the title that I put, but go check it out. It's episode number 7. And if you have not, check all of the episodes out. And even the other episodes that I've done, because I promise you, you're going to get something good out of it. Share this with someone. That was a hard. Share this out with somebody that you know, a guy friend, a girlfriend. We're sure that our guy friends can also get something from our podcast. This specific recap is brought to you by Artistry 101. I am an artist. I create art. I made these earrings and I really love these. These are super cute. These are actually a limited edition, and they're not all the same. They're different, but I want you to go check me out on Artistry 101. Dang, Artistry 101. I've been leading you guys to my art page. It's still there. Go check me out. If I keep Instagram for any reason, it'll be because I'm going to keep my art page up. So until then, also follow me on Fanbase under Her Diary Out Loud. All of my platforms you can follow me on. Just look me up under Her Diary Out Loud. YouTube, Instagram, not TikTok. YouTube, Instagram, Fanbase, and Red Note. Okay? I love you all so much, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Remember, you're not just mentally fit, spiritually fit, or physically fit, but you are feminine and fit. Bye. Oh, and lastly, I'm trying to figure out this music thing at the end of my videos, because now that I'm not using them, I got to figure out what I can use. So bear with me, okay? I love you guys.